Constituency Lok Sabha. A big round of applause from all the audience. Rasta slogan Lagzor ke oda tansal neta. Imali Baba! Imali Baba! Manipur Imana! Manipur Imana! Manipur Imana! Atam tansal puna ako'y speaker में हम इबनी लोइन में कुछ जगह हम चलते हैं मतलब कितने वारों बिरो है ना निश्चित चले
मुझे फोन करो ये बोला बा ano magkadating ba yung chapo na upo ko kung nagrumjari mamangi chahi waram gado male July waram gado male na ningsang badai na masig sponsor daw ngani ihan hana wangang gada ay na mama si makrang sigara bo da tholat da politician do miyang ga punda ba politician do karama do kaina law gi bam yaw bne by default winning no within atiko by default my political class no to politician na te yaw
speech cover kiya hai
party magi members ho re
speech cover
chawrba largest democracy hai in India sigi Parliament High Temple of Democracy. It's a privilege and it is a fortune that I become a member of Parliament of the largest democracy in the world. The only regret I have is that I didn't see that. Nasi the occasion to let a morodo before them. I should not have been here, and you should not have been sitting here protesting. Things should have been resolved long time back. Tawdawagi maram se kari ba se ay na matam da wangang da mahay ki ay nasiso mo. I said that time also, do not blame the Kuki as a community as a whole. Blame their elites and their divisive politics. You can see that it is still on YouTube. Cookie fruit loinamak Jamana is the Wadavanati, Chaigavanati. Makoi looting for elite or Bakango. Abasung Makoi, Tokai Taning Ba, Puruk, Akuba Miengi, Rajniti, Adugumba, Meeting Madumba politics to give Mayo Kalekadavani and Adumi to the high game. You can always check this on YouTube. I said, along with this, you must also ask. Almost 17 months. Sang quay matam na tiang gram matam nga sige yang naroli tha ni ungi wari ne akoy na maso hang mama to hore chalo ga yang biyo. It is still on YouTube, I suppose. I said akoy ge masigi Kuki ge elite amasung makoy ge divisive politics se masi thugai na bo na bada loina na koy na question amaso hang mama to Tian Graba Hapta Amani the Lucilam, the Wapoto Lucian, and a sook sandra, even Madam Jacari, no hango, adu hangmamatamda. I couldn't really say, and I see divisive politics or river cookie, Kambusikatana te, Atopa, Sakti, Atopa forces, Kalsu Yahweh, as one among the Torotali and say, I didn't to the Hizaram. If you begin to ask why this problem is not resolved within a few days or a few weeks, you will begin to sense that there are forces behind what's happening. It's not only the Kuki elites and their divisive politics. Unfortunately, we have fallen into a trap. Quite divide in a rule ngangma Manipur da Purukta Maitai. So and so na koi the divide and rule tawduna koi bu tawre hai bagi masigi language ngang base Manipur da laiba furup mayam gi khwai manungda ai koi gi furup sina ngang eba Manipur bu nungsiba Manipur bu defend tawning bagi feelings so akoi narak kalap lai bu ko ubuga loina na there is a divide and rule in the state of Manipur hyper language say 2001 da su dum ngange ba koina momo ko gi matang thok da su dum ngange ba adom ngange la ko divide and rule tawne na khang ba Maitai sina kamai taw gi da na akoi na Furuk ani se sekai na lakan na tinaba ya handa na bagi lang da kamay turi no isa ay ngasi baway gyan tadre. That we must condemn those cookie politicians, their elites, including their academics, their frontier organizations, their student organizations, who are mobilizing the people based on a very narrowed identity politics, a kind of a sectarian, divisive politics. Ama tawe haibasi di mayok te lew kadabani. Cookie furup demonize so here matugi artha toke madu ek to badai khoi divide and rule gi lang da soina thugani na khangaktana aina sigi sports de matam nu aina haizagi bade. Do not blame the cookie as a whole as a community. But condemn their elites and their divisive politics. I say, and as I divide and rule, kangi ba Maitai na masigi wahang tukse na kanga da bane. Second, I na madugi same spirit da uso haizara mane ba. No one in the loisan ba yaba cha asuk sangdari sinatak pati mokhoy maning da high riba politics, divisive politics or riba kangu dugi maning da kanano ma tungchala lai re se ngasi di ID seng na high ba hore mamangi July August atai dagi. I have said Indian state is complicit in the problem that occurs in Manipur. There should not be a second opinion on this. Madu khang na ba ina matam ju in haizara mam neba. The moment you begin to ask why this problem is not resolved within a few days, why it is allowed in matam ha mri thamani chandra ke will helino iram maneba madu ai khang matam da khoi na thenna ji cookie gi si politics atana te khang ka ne na haizara maneba ngasi di 17 man changa kan the same speech pira ko matam da khoi na khang du ji sine ai khoi gi furup se proactive oi da ba la na sa na yeng ga tawre se kai no ha ti emotion na pang tor ga mina lang tha ka thu ba yam lai ba furup taw na oi ba Masih sumthok ma change ba koi da haina ba mala English da better late than never. Still we have time. So it is very late. Laina ama sun henjal adi complication thokani tuna diagnosis ta horaga tuna lying horaga de laina se fa baneba subnagi organ amakatang suom balena doni henjal latana sum atopo organ da su sokjal kan complication thok bu maina ngasi tha tarek chamtharak pagi wahan thok sai koi khangmam thoi ba it becomes more and more complicated masi ekoi munna khangmam thoi ba koi masi gi pot mayam si yang kan da ai ngasi now that I'm part of the political class so by default Kari umel lepak irang sina sumaina thom daba. Aina hanoi jerama profession du dai nungai le jerama to nupane. Ngang da ba mapam da ngangak ta ba tawlak ta ba aina matam da sumaina lock your hands with the people gaina likna law no mam ningjang biobra. Yogi bro mam sida. Aina sila isu adu never. I am elected by the people of my state. And why I should not be part of a public gathering. I have been like this as a teacher, as a student. Why I should not be with my people. I guess if the limams of BJP nungsiba yarong ani Congress nungsiba yarong, it doesn't matter to me. It's people's voice. You may have your choices. I na vote lepo matam na suningsang biho. I want to vote thadaw in haida bunupani. I na campaign sa pamatam na su mayam na pa mi da thada view thamoy sen na santi le na thada se na ai gi banu pa le kasu na ta politics macha tawraga ai khoi da confusion chala laga lang si da na ta na pot se gi problem mayam ma thol le wai khoi da usi pau sahi lising ani da gi hena le ram me hai amuk ta thok mini matam su ai na hai ne khoi da le isa I know Masi Hanjan hide in a lava one. I was a Yatina Chaksariba, putting the Lepum Chapum Congress. asuk kuina leirak pun sirol leiraba aigi puwari leijaraba aigi khunai aigi leipak irei pak tu bu ai kai do bugi kangla to milan ba yaroi do no ai na chura cha pun chang ba ya han ri ba phagau sai khai da lepa ga ai sa ngang dong na lauram ba yauram ne mai si bu no gi border nen to isa chu tugai ga ta ba kai na lauram ma am na khame da nang ke no na tre nang you are no longer a nang si mp or nang mai law no masigi feeling do yaur ga na kana na no ngang dom thu na na tin changat pone parliament is karino decision making mayam yauro political class mayam the yaur body do da in changyen changai chi kai do gi no because I know ai chum ji nge ba ha da su ngang te masing ngang de ki na hai de ki chahi kun ku tha se sing to yu sing to wi no politician da lobby to la pa khabar ri be chang ngau phai dong na theory to da na delhi da lei ba ma na du to ba na nga si ta sem nong ta hai ba nga si national media ki analysis sam to we na lai ko na phong e bu ji akoi bu kamai na paper na india ki paper si la na san do ki ai research thani pa mu chang ta to bu ji phong e online nan tha do I am person on nobody picked it up akoi politics yang over pick politics ozami mo no ya wana to national media the systematically media study am to national newspapers have been part of a disinformation campaign maitai bu la no wale manuina hai bagi ju pen da na study do sum na pangang mana ta ba media study the labor theory and method ma'am season ga isa ge paisa pothok chorga isa ma'am tawraga la satra ma'am tawraga taw ma'am su matung na udi kona budi mateng pang bi dei thong iba lai to ngasi ba jet lau de national media da khuna article ma ige the space pang khidram ne ba khabar pabi ne ma'am ngate ne usi article theo ba khoi thirak pa su mamang ge me dei tholok pa da maitai masa ka article ige yengo ba khut ta thek pa ya ba ngate ni ai yamani irang mani Amo Pradeep khare irangani so na kan min chama chani mayam isalako ki ai khoi gi access le gi raba ngasi gi national platform ai khange ba mase ai sumaina changa kan di wazai da di yararoi kari wa ai na public figure amo ina changchal laga political platform se da changa di so yar kan do ngasi pop ta bra ma obi bra punsida amok ta bu invite to roi da ba india gi chawra ba newspaper ma am interview loge na laura ngasi voice sa hana thamanga mai ne ba sigi calculation na mo hola kana de bai na bole pe parliament da changa ga nganga mi de su khadang khada ba tu ta ba yang ngang dai na ai hai gi dai na mam nin chang bi ho yaw ru dai ngasi recollect to ge ba adu ga khoi problem se kai no du lak cha ge kai no de wathi ngang ma si am tong ri bu ji aina vote mamang da hai tama masu le bani o facebook ta su kai da su recording no wai chai le ra ba dai na khadang thada bai vote inside the parliament and outside of it ayum ta thada ge yeng ge hai ra mane bai na ngasi thada ri do ne bai na ai ba na kari ngang do no seminar da ngang ba public meeting ngang ba yam khena di parliament da kai ngang do no na television discuss ngang yam tawe ba ngang mi do ne ba ngang ma da su ai wa ma haije ge ma mayam sum na ngang ma te akoi manipur ma sa ngata ne kham yo ba frame ka we ba ima ai ben sing na ma phi thoki ba gi port wai ge ra territorial integrity na khoi na chai kun ku tha lawr ko chi gi wai ge ra ngasi gi su ut ta le ba separate admission ta le ba mayam si ge framework se ya na bani aina no mam so media gi meeting am taw ma ta ne fa da ma to in khan ba da khoi gi raj dong thom na taw ma le ada ichin mang nai hai gi ba kaino instrument of accession lay kai na ngang ba ngam da ba adu ma kiti um tawra sum lay bagi matau ta de isa gi history on up taw ba ngam gadam ni parliament da sumai na ngang ma ngam gadam ni sa ai na vote ma mang da hai bagi video um su thadum na re bu adu ne ba in the floor of the house da india ki bi motai na instrument of accession na koi na sign taw with the defense of manipur was handed over to the government of india therefore the government of India has the historical, political, moral and legal responsibility to defend Manipur and hide it on the floor of the Indian parliament. And outside of it, Munur Magi platform, Mami Chataba, influential over my am to conclave, Mamma invite already. Vote Lepam Draga Karam Draga, the Supun Pangway. Adugi platform the from the so there is an international mobilization of ethno-nationalist mobilization. Jalenga Manamalay. Adugi mobilization ki kamu dugi su element jaw rebne Manipur da tawri se. It is on record, it is on video, it is on YouTube. General PC na la kanom haire. There's a legitimacy aina miyaw gi mihuro na ngang pugi legitimacy le bai haidoni. Pangang nga da bana de migi decency haibam le karama na ngang ni wase karama na ngangoi. Karam makan da kari haigani karama na ai perspective se thamani haina khallaga ngang bagi madugi habit lai gada bane ba khoi. Ai khoi da ngasi bawo mislead tawra sum chat lai reba. Po che thingari se kari no haiba se gyan ta da badagi type da changau na ga bi khucho kharau na ga pak sao sao ga khoi se lai lai reba. Aduna Sangapore matam na ngasi so mu la na sadong na bong tokhala re iba ai jum ta yen ta re ni ma ngasi hairam be wa le na is banga nga ke do ni MP du kai chakra ge kai lo khra ge MP amaga versus 60 elected members in an assembly ai ngasi order to ya ba Manipur police ki battalion ho mari phagaw sa khai tro lanchal da chango kangpo phidano ema ki battalion ho mari ai order pi agadra bo sing ma ta mi ro ba kana na pino no badu do order to pi ge de Lena apa di bawah mana pikir orang tu? Aduh mana aku ni hanya di kampai cokidar ni kan jahir ada kai nang akal ebe assembly dah. Karam bakok na badu do. Mana pising makam sedar dengan nanti ni masari kudai sih kok pemitu dah ina onjal laga. Manipur ki right law and order ki power ke doin mati ngona चाहिए उन्हें भाईला. Manipur ay tabi na bahaya mga bahayla. Law and order is a state subject and you central law. This is unconstitutional. I am not defending Mr. Piren, I am defending the constitution. Chia mana pai pun thokal power lo kai doi lo pui noi ngang ba na tapi ra bra baina. Mado amkan in chanje ge ba ngasi nga mana te bado. Jun gi tarik tari court gi bani mamang sahi gi irang holo product karan thaparga. It was recorded on 7, it was telecasted on the 9th. The moment the sign have a 355 sir, it is a subversion of the constitution. I call the later one. It's a facade. No, the state the time the I call the Torga community, the convenient or the propaganda there. Salary the day in salary, they say, I do the interview the Tang Mafanda. For the interview never go. 2023. Now I'm hanging up to see power of this. Masari power now, the kind of way going give up. Ma'am, tapi bro. Yes. Ayo bawa mun desa kan kan dah ada kerja apa pun dah. Masa lagi khudai mun betul, khudai mun mami tu lagi orang jalan cai rumah dah. Kali kita nak sudah cai ni saya ini kerana mamai pun dah iwaris kado nak sudah ini orang hanya ini dah betul. Tak kau betul ni ba. Manung datun na hana loina da pagi beva yaw da bumangang sanana nang khalai ba to sa in wan da uram ni bon manung da chilai da nang yamit sa haduna kaino ki kariya mulayam singh yadav ki masa no pa no kupa na khai na sandura ko whatsapp da UP ke election matang da akhilesh yadav na thai na lali na bon man mo no mapam sa khanara brai na mi confidence man na bo worker ki tawrai ne ba propaganda to mulayam singh yadav ta akhilesh yadav no kupang thai na whatsapp ta phalu sandoro play da ai tawde na sum thor mo da ami sala no ga video viral ho bani amu si mo youtube ta lei bane to hala ki wari ni 2017 wari kari hai ge da adu kai do rage khoi tawdong thabuk ti tawre da na kana bi phangau re da na hai ne When the Sultan the Latara give the La Amafang to information look at Supangweba. W comments see political culture to Manipur, the Sanga crisis, why in the vote campaign in the high of the cookie no pimla with Mamina Sutari Raina. I don't get one of them and get on game over. Hanakaina. Kerala the platform am charloga in ID ahoy Manipur issues the senior now influence on about politician the intellectual my am yawo meeting to the address oraga iraisa mayam na kasarda the PTK na sige te yawo so mo haira kasi kuira maneba ai na follow to mo ga ta la biona adu chakena ahing da thumaraga nongalaga ingo thau paira chatineba tumjagai 13 August yauba kasarda ai je film ju tawne ai film am ju release taw film festival am yauro haleba Kerala dege adu su mayam thina bi obra sida Facebook ka kai thagla ke da koi ge honorable MP sana jawna di lai kat le hai mayam su invite to bikia da ina koi ge honorable MP ani makso to puso I hope they come and then stand with the people aina adu taw thagale sumaina lai kat le na it is required by a leader like that adu thagala ga to do na du na ta bi na khan na ma ai khoi ge MP na sumaina lai kat le ga do ma na sida Kerala da maza taw le re na film festival tang ma ban dai na saru do thagala ne tha na ga jaw to bi da maza taw le re Kerala ubi over ka na sai de ubi bra Facebook ka thagala ne same Kerala da nungai da maza taw le hai ga le ne bai na so na ka da hin tung da gai ai ka do su ma pham do ma tang ka ahum ni ka wai sai ai le kai de ngam du no dai ma ta thu ko cha cha la ju pung ani hu mari hu ni jani ne Uzai ade lakpide yade hai mi gi thamoi kai gi ne na ai chil ngasi su lai sini ai ne hekam da da mayang ghor han ne bu kai no amu du phot ka ga mayang ba sama na gre har ka du ne bai ma no adu hai ra ka ne na ki bu na ta ba adu hai ra pa du gi ai gi izat thi bu la ten ki ni di mi gi ka no mang gi bu do trust and motive mang gi bu do praja gi motive ma adu ne bai na ki ai no da di no na ngang ni ngang do tai ni te do ai gi izat mang ni ngang do ai mon ma thau ta de ba Miangi itil miangi hodo maduda support gi madu kai na bato gi do aduna sarup ya ninda bagi ne ninga silai aduna ai khoi na bujik uba matam da oida pa da ngang ma sai WhatsApp culture ji bujik so hore bo oida pa da pangang ngang be MP mai mathau kari no ya jo mo loi ta pa ri bra ba ai na jo bujik ta ngang do lo ji lecture oza su oi ma mini na khoi di ta na parliament ne say all friends ki word parley tu de la pani parley di speaking ai bani wa ngang bai bani Mayam sai de na ai lau jaru ge na phone mayam da khoi na left ngai mamang do syam hai dai na tabi bro mayam no parliament vote to di Manipur da TV da discussion da ai lau jaru ge ai ngang jaru ngang ma moi lau ba moi ngak na tro adu ngang ba chalu re ngarang na da chang phone kha ai na parliament do chang ga presidential leadership so ai intervene tawi budget discussion su isa ge khoi ge demand of grant na pari ni laring ma si rule mayam se kadai din chi no Veterinary Animal Husbandry Institute I placed out me grant for demand on horticulture and animal husbandry da aims upgrade to Viramamu mental health ki hospital institute ma hang view adigi Manipur si ki nangi major education ki kari loi puto ka ngana na han so ina chichi ni jagram ne khoi honorable home minister da it's on record whether you like it or not India is a karino aina khangmai matungina it's there in that letter Manipur Kamani India is Kama Yaroki, it is there in that letter. Kari same login is soon suggestion you have to Tara, period. Open Topa, Amusum Tawia and a can upon ever period, the Bunda color. Man Papirian. Outside the parliament, Sunanga lady, but she's Canada of the Sun tapping, Nanga lady, Duga, Hyroga, Akoi Masen Huna lady, Sihuna, they were no enemy tabo, I could do Hun, but do not become Hydra guy Coinus Minor, legitimate function of an opposition party as a Miam the Gantana Bangan, but then I could do an election the target of Hale. He shake the whole level. Imang the Tariba problems and Kaino is a Mona Masana district of Hale. Now, Russalam dies the I call you problems, I'm going to should be the other Kananga who will say, I am the Tamjarum giver. Number one, when a core issue, I'm hiding that. Number one, core issue. Colonial period, again, post-colonial period, Kasago, Rapamadu, false administration, Maduki structure, ma'am, the sweater pa, Madu the Yumpam Oiba, sectarian Oiba, exclusivist identity project, Amalay Manipur, the project, my am the Manipur Kawa, Pochet Tugai, get away. Said this is the core issue of Manipur. 2001, you banned the assembly, is related to that same problem. Hanak Tangaray Panagi, UT demand or separate emission, Anisi Manapro bro. Samana Bonatro. So Amato, Bagi Wakalon Sabang, the politics, Sagatang, the Bagi problem, this is the core issue of Manipur. and masigi core issue ja kamaina thola ino na chigat pa matamda post colonial period tagi na colonial period tagi kari taugi aso yaw gya tu naina 14th of July 2023 my first public meeting in Manipur I said singche mayam thajan graba isa sida akoi Manipur ko isa sida anang singche chu je patong saludi haksang ga sagon nongoi na pala le ga bullet manung ga lei hi ba lei dai na armana khudak ta satur di I pro thok na mi jo sine duna hanak ki crisis sida gi de tap na sat pa hogada bani ngasi gi problem je masi gi core issue je thok na ko of the chahi cha ma changi ba na ro humpu changi ba yang khai changi ba sa changje thanu humda chang ga changi ra cha ma changi ra asoi ba do tap na ngasi de gi hodong na ba hingi ba ko gi generation sina yuri tarang ga da ne ba gi process Manual process to tawuna ne ko na aseng ba core issue handle to ba na ta bi da swai da ka tu kar na ga core issue to na te ba this is the core issue when ngai ba mayam sigi ngai na hasi ron yaw ram this constitutional arrangement de ni khang de tribe and non tribe khai do ba de ni khang de hill valley khai do de soi ba mayam se sida yung phang moi ga ai khoi ma se na ma toi ba gi wa khlon sa ga pa ngam khidra ba ne se this is the core issue. The most important issue is this. You need to know how to address this. Civil politics to na drug season rakpayai, armed group season rakpayai, illegal immigrant season rakpayai, and mamito ukada baneba. Another hand important way karamaina perspective se thamakanda leina ama yengudo na masikata idi thula ino the symptom that the yeng yarweba. Actually, is number one ko ye core issue de se mayam kawi ko no. aduna ngasi akoina thenari ba posida ai le khena bam leba northern tribe awang ngam da leba khoi gi sinau singa handa singna rei ba kamu je khena ba policy am hai jage awang ngai da leba sinau singa no mata loktak maming hong gi de kobru gi maming hong gi de khanji gi maming hong gi de Manipur gi history da to khaina ma ta ka ke ru ira pagi effort su athuk thina hona gi de ba Maitai the singer but they see Hana Hograban and some people go Ruka buggy problem talk about I know Dukana Wigia in now Singam Levani Chetan YouTuber Malay Ma either Kowru calling an article Manga must say the Tamo project with the even series winner. I do want to interview P given a winner. Hill is a kind of valley is a kind of Kowru singer was 100 to assault the young 2012 ta Raja Gogathang gi wari in league ham neba Maitai ning thong na tam thina hat khiba ai khoi gi ning thau na celebrate tawraka identity based mobilization ama 2012 ta gi hograbani 13 na against naga horga black september gi ma hograbane ba adagi di cookie anglo cookie war gi kari gi tawna tap na horak padu gi mai du ne 2015 da bang na kai ra padu da mami pang hogra bai khoi gi proof ne ba 2015 की अगस्त की तांग खुनी थोई जाए ने इबा खांग बवारे मोइना अखोय द प्रोवोकेशन तौसे मिते याम हायबा मतौदा आइनो अगस्त की तांग खुनी थोई लिसिंग अनि ग तरा मंगा nasi degi chahi mapan gi mamang dai ni iba noina खांग बवारे दो they are just waiting for you to snap hek ang khang je patta laga na khut ek halap matam duni moina ngai re se fugai ner ka community masen fugai ner ka da population hongdok hongjin tor ga lang ngai ye thona bagi process ama thola kani matam da di irang se yam lugani ai se aina tang kuni thoi august ke 2015 de iba monitor tor ga tor iba post kari no haibam sang ne ba ko adu ne ba ko na vision television ka da ngang ba tabi gi drabani ngasi di mp na ngang khadi tara ne ba mo कुछ सुमाइन तो रगा कोई ना नांगरे तो ऐसे तांग 2017 मनु हुन्ना तो तौबले ने सुमाइना सेम एक्शन से जुलाई की तांग तरा मरी 2020 जिम मांग की थोवाल स्पीसीज तो ए खुद थांगा लगा तब माना ने ngasai टेलीविजन की तो लिंक चंगा अखोई ना नांगरे तो ऐसे सीनी मीन सुमाइन ले रखपा अखोई ने सुम लेबा मीन सुम लेबा अखोई ने सुम लेबा आई ना इधर भी अखोई यम तो लेसी मोय कमाई तो रके यंग से लेट्स बी प्रोएक्टिव नॉट बी रिएक्टिव I believe vision number one level kada ide thola ino masi kada ide to ino tuna core issue ba fasala identify to hungam da vida core issue illegal immigrant to ba illegal immigration is an issue nobody should be saying that this is the core issue. Core issue is this divisive politics that Manipur has been suffering for so many years. Number one, Hill Valley is a question to Halay. Latin like so high, but a pay revelation. Manipur Hill is a utopia, the government of India, the city in a minute. Karamba India constitution that is said Amabo, Hill is a lot of I couldn't eat in never city though. Hill is in the Kano Valley is in the Carino, investigation, Fasana to talk about Gan to talk about the Pang, another big type, Sunday the later by calling fruit nevers. And then Mamang the Dina singing speech with the Heiser of Maneva. We must thank our cookie brothers and sisters for awakening us. I've been managing Yoga. I said it. Ming Pampo, but I thought that I was Ubung and no one of us. I should Ubuda. I could fasten Ubung and their Pusipo. Masama politics or Gamungan channel. So, number one core issue they know the Heiser is Masidaki told upon after never quit problems. Madugi Nasaki aggressive about northern tribe commander, the Hybodo, Aduka Kusamana, I know I'm Heiser of Porama, 2016, where they eat ever. Mapane misangan roido inona. Ako the loan chumane amo chumane hado ay na maduda neba atu use tawraga na ina karan thapar da ina nang Bengali Punjabi loi mane na sida citizen loi abra ay na mo da hangi doina. Bangladesh Bengali ni Pakistan su Punjabi lay Punjab lay ni Lahore je Punjab ki capital ni. Tamil lay ni kano da Sri Lanka da loi thangchal ke hai ni bra na ina mo da hangi bane baina. Ado kada they hang no da me line of argument to ura haida bane ba sigi akogi sigi divisive politics story ba ki makok sidai sidom jiaure ba. We don't recognize India's boundary. Why should we bother about this boundary? They are our kins. Oh, we share the language, we have the same ethnicity here. They could not distinguish between the citizens and ethnicity distinguish someone the bagi pot orga means a concern bagi indication later investigate na current hapa the high whenever. That's the way you put forward. But you cannot claim everybody, your own fellow citizen as foreigners as you do high na. Manipur bunung siba a taste of me when a cookie marata pai hey later whenever. Mo se mobilize or silence on this I ngang hand is high whenever. Madam Marta Dinton Wuma like Sarkari is high piaw. Luri di ako isi cabinet sida to khai tarage na nongade mita ko law cabinet ani si yauri ba mayam ta asu sona ka mayam no cookie sida loina tai na lebe film to dore baja do cookie na lei gam ni cookie pandam I use I have been criticizing this divisive politics of cookie and I am also saying that they are far more aggressive than other forms of politics lam maming onchen da na ama to na to ba dagi nangi cross khala pa kai su thengna khra na ko gi ta khun na tra ka phomai na to ba thengna khra bo this is a danger for the Manipur as well as cookies or tribal communities. They must realize that this divisive politics will be harmful to them, not only the Maitais. I could not talk about politics as a way to I may speak people others who have. When a minority, I don't like the term majority, guys. Of course, the majority, they were the largest. Pick up a fruit, a chow for a fruit, and a cold, which is the good tabung of my money in the canal, don't tell in this way, and when they speak people of the Yahweh, others non Katuria. So the Kanto got a pump changi, hide a chamber, Masidian, and answer TV the Nangre. Unfortunately, Nayana Nanga Bawate, cookie Nanga vocabulary perspective, I have put it across on the national media. Otherwise, is it in a general lemon respect? I didn't know. I couldn't hide it with this. Clarity of vision, Yarga Tauriba Poseka, no Nanga, the Boma from the Kainoma Pum, Tangi Matum in the Nanga the Bonevo. Mean the Kulina, Tulakan, one Angi Abzana. My Mapamatam Leva, the one of the media, the Kaidana, the police making the Maratana, the public opinion, shaped of Homatam, the Nangas later, take to buy the Uru later than Kachula, or the opinion to home. Prime Minister, the AK 47, my mother, the town in Tamanga, Ngam kan bi braba ma'am. Him ni AK-47 ni ma'am Prime Minister on the nang tawli si kay no kaya mas ma'am thamba ya kadra ba. Mafam matang ni matung na thabak taw dam is taw na sida na na le ngasi ga igi chin ga amat sida ba taram ma'am. Kolom ni hembra du ni hembra kai sa ko sunta taro ba ain to ba thabak se clarity mo na ain to hum to ba ne. Laura iba poti segai na halaka hek no ngane limita over the separation to le kamu jingje expose a woman chang ne have say this is number 1 asai ko suga aggressive way do ma ko bi no say pot ani siniko I call the exchange men lay divisive politics am lay but there is something special about this group and the Toriba politics they're far more aggressive. Lokta ki maming hongdok, hangding maming hongdok, kaurugi kanu toksan, baruni chingka yaro yama tawren tawsen. Nobody has done that. See aggression. If you see my interviews again in those times, I said I have never seen Karan, I have never seen Maitai so angry. There is a reason. Madhu so in high wants to come down. No injustice. You only think about the within court tribal and non-tribal. There are historical injustices meted out to the Maitais. We have a lot of grievances. I say national media. Until unless you address this injustice, you will never have peace in Manipur. It's not only about the injustice associated with the so-called minority, Christians and tribes and so on. Maitais many wrongs have been done against the Maitais historically. Adugi wrong mayam to talk to nang si Santi Labo Sunya Yaro evidence. See clarity American na koi na tobo si karino na Manipur idea of Manipur se recover tobam changoduna ne and one has ma'am ubrai ke ex account ga din nasai ke cookie politics to kamu duna ingon da cherak pase kam koi ke indio ngasi sun tawri pase mai dei khara sum join to sale yam nung siri di ki kamu na ingon da troll to padi ai di politics na mo gi agenda mo gi politics aran ba kai do expose or pagi nen puba mai dei kamu na to rai sina mo gi mai bap so pagi ne Sigi kena ba malay ba ay si hande haida ba ba ilay pa kan bagi lan haibang ka ningthau khubam kan bagi lan haiba ka lan ani se manabam thokte kena bam thoi haiba sai makokte hai la ka ba ai ko gi glung ma tani tala khona na tawge khote hare ga dimyam ningsin bi ko aina political fields minus sangal tine mamang da ina ngang gi bam ai tam jage ba hujik se dum haiba Irang je pak thola di tada mama tamo kana lady no silo kamai to sige and consultative process lai gi bra ba ngasi gi lenga sina administration na kuina par ma ba opposition ni khang ama ni khang ne kauraga ai khoi punna na bagi collective am tawga am sabina si prime minister the pressure tawla sina nang 2001 khang 2004 da thoki bagi all party delegations going to Delhi hai na satpa ma thela bi ho ma 2001 da su chali 2004 to Chali, I was a faculty here, so I was involved in many ways. Memorandum Purapadi Khandi, I want to I know witness there were a lot of old party delegations ruling in opposition when you have a national crisis. Have you ever seen that in Manipur last 17 months? That is Putin, high canal to Vaidako. Siya ko ita clarity mahanong talihong seba. Luri ba sa sine ba siya lay ba matam da clarity lato matam da ay koy butugay na singer ay ba kangu sa it will be so easy to handle it. Minang gusto may nangin daw ni. Sino no recording daw no sa kanimi na kangu ni ba koy witness. Nang day ato nang ngay ni say. Wala ba tabag to tawag na chak tingna na mina thani khapang uti phawd da changa ga tawri sida national platform sida ko gi vacuum mam leite na ba puje ki ai na pi gi interview kari ka nam da to national space ji ai ko na nang ba mam jong lo ko yang bio ba Manipur version Manipur voice le ga ba se mayam sidi mi se thamu sing to yang bio ba se national media da to ga vacuum le go ona te na ba mamang dai chandokhi ba do hoji lai ba phibam sida Mayam the Kalaka Pimol Kavan Pasana Nang, Mayam, the report Magi interviews, a lot talk Bamatanda, vacuum the Kam Chauganti and Bioba. So, this is what I've said, this is a historical responsibility. Pin the Bamiam to Gina represent or Karapani, social media and Karapunati. I said after winning the election, I said this is the win, the victory of the people of Manipur, not mine. Say I higher one in a city people. Matam the Tinjan Labina Koda Sigi, dissatisfaction just from Hangalaka. Third, Government of India, I am highly observer, and I am to Tabi of Iran, the Willows and the nose. Central forces in Labus, the last is the I could alienation to nothing around the Warabas. How could they not say? How Raka was some kind of calculation ever say? Chekana Mendona was it. I umbana to the Twitter by about civilian man, the mail river. I'm so happy that Manipur police came out. Officials say we don't talk about Manipur police now. That's the way institution of the state must function. Mama Daduki vacuum tangi, but they never mean a propaganda for you say. Manipur Sida Delhi the information office money, Aduki officer who keep the metropolitans in the Kogi Tadokana Gamengi, press briefing the Mayam Sigi, I go to mother information war the vacuum however. Aduki vacuum the later but Sino them Adu Kanam to be the Manabatas, Micham Matani, Benro the Labor Kambu, America, the Britain, the Labor. Adiki Calcutta labor, Delhi labor meeting. Some am just sit or go propaganda fight already. Isa now since you know my parish rain high hydra. Kuna Pese Sakaki drops on Naka, the Mona, no, which is so high, isn't it? Government of India must realize that it is not merely a law and order. Our youth have taken up arms because of the failure of the Indian state to protect the life and the liberty and property of the people. It is the right to self-defense. Heinous crime, not about I have said it in front of you before election. I am saying it as a member of parliament today, here in Delhi. Now we are to take full and handle to whatever the the criminals are so there is a larger political step to be taken while you are handling our armed youths. Do not treat them like criminals. They are a product of your failures. State institution failures, and I am speaking this as a member of the Indian Parliament, Lok Sabha. But if somebody has committed a heinous crime, then he must face the law. Aduna to bagay ginang nakatukan. Maksud is the kun kara tagi kulay lo kalakan na same kun na mo effect on the influence mamju tauri busik. That's why when I use the word, Government of India must crack down, act decisively. I use the word decisively and judiciously. If you wanted to be effective in controlling the violence, you have to be judicious. You are only aggravating the situation and the mistrust. That's the steps to be taken out. Drugs is a major problem. In our state, a lot of youths have suffered. We have notorious images like this before. Ngasi di chumna gi addiction nate trafficking and magi production na yaushin level lamni. Sida so akoy no without community matani sa yam kum na yan sila kan everybody is kept quiet. War against drug is a must. But war against drug must be honest and transparent as well. It cannot be a gimmick. It's a serious problem. Colombia settled over the Manipur. There are 60,000 crores rupees worth of businesses conducted on illicit drug in the state of Manipur, which is more than the state budget of the year. How far is it true or false? I don't know. But that's why I said it needs to be investigated. I still insist that drug, either the consumption, trafficking or production is a real problem for us. Like Punjab, which is a border state, which suffers. We were the initial victim and we continue to be victim of this illicit drugs. and it needs to be addressed. Furan mana police harak pa police no furan la pagi film to pagi wari do ai ko gi Vijay Tendulkar na theater amale magi potwale na magi drama ama akoi isai sakwa phaw ba koi amale ni sanda kena thakadabana you fare and mai isai malai adugi type ta tawlo padudi akoi da transparent honest way da boga samana never that will not work. So drug handle thole isida I suspect that like many observers it is a competition of who gets to control the drug illicit drug business ki dimension yaura moi haidna I rule out the bonga moeba but it needs to be investigated. Last but not the least, government of India na Hana Manipur ki political armed group Maitai na dominate of a group sing what is how ya them say lotion ge na honor ko policy ne sumi loi ngang na bani cover su even. If you read regularly Manipur columns by experts, you will encounter that the observer says this crisis is an attempt to control and deal with the political armed groups among the Maitais who refuse to talk to the Indian state. It is only groups we have refused to consistently talk to India. So what they do is, these guys have taken us, where are you? And we have seen many Maitais shouting like that at the beginning. These guys are attacking us. You are talking about liberation. When we died, what is the purpose of liberation? Come, defend us. So, in the 17 months as a student of social science, what I have seen, Manipur civil society space is where I'm the frontier organization, a number of voice or voice that has been successfully neutralized. So many things have happened in Manipur. I said this on national TV. And some of the commentators says this move has misfired because a lot of recruitment has happened over the last 1 year. Instead of bringing to peaceful negotiation and winding up with dignity and honorable solutions to a historically rooted political problem, you have not only sought to destroy the state, you in fact effectively destroyed, but you have also kept for the next 30 to 40 years of our life embroiled in this kind of a problem. Ma'am, Nisan Milko, Furup Amatugai by Visa, me heart Panatraga, Adukatana Nate. Akogi Simitnum Tugaiba is one of the biggest strategy. In any war, when you want to destroy your enemy or defeat your enemy, you also try to destroy the economic foundation. Manipur's economy has been shattered. Investment has flown away. Manipur paisa thadaraga thabak tawduna employment piramgadaw mayam loinama Guwahati Dimapur chakanga a lot of our youngsters will be jobless. Then it's a social effect. Shops have been closed down, petrol pumps have been closed down, small scale industries have shut down. So what you are going to do? That you are going to be forced opposite what should have been happened in a liberalized economic order. Nangi market and individual entrepreneurship ki magi ithilna gai tawdaba semilon do thugaira kanda hujikse will be consistently asking for government of India to help us economically. PBO nam nui bachaling bagi type ta thamandore sa ma'am ko we know war the woman the economic access to virus never. So we have been destroyed economically as well. Last but not the least, Furup amahing madamagi culture hayata da mama thakshi khasi ahallaman Manipur namai tugayura kathatura hatuura. That has become the culture. Etiquette slow in the Kairagozi. Hongna Locha Sukangre, Wangang Sangang, some of the Yauge, Aduna vote campaign, despite more the Machin Fanatira, so I campaign that we using the Hava. Do not go down to that level. If you want to change Manipur, be the change. Hana provoke the so akam pe ngang no o the ngang no achu ba yar gi to mi no the befar kai no na nasi ho da I call you honorable CM da iyam ba is because we have associated before le pa ki thabam to da si tong nang kai khali tu to na hang am ba mi nasi ho da me am ai gi chin da gi mo da ka tu ka ngang ba befar yaw dum nang ba thing ro that's not part of my culture. I am a Maitai. I am proud Maitai. I am proud of my cultural heritage. I am proud of my etiquettes. Madu the chap man the bronda amai na sigitay ng hiram man eba matamda. Geneva Convention ki war ki etiquettes mayam leba mayam do. Ngang na chat ba isa ako'y Maitai ki di ida yawra bani. China role in the lari amalay ramani etiquette lebo war tau se sa ay na sigis po sa matamda habiram ba hajaram man eba mayam da. I could he means a Kamai Sagakani, Mimang the Kamai Huni, I could Kamai Semdok Sagani, Mikon the Taina Bayaroi. I could Fruki Aswim Mayam just some Tokuma Matotai, Masiki Hobasa, Wangang Sangang, Luda Tinvidim Mayam Suni. I could Kanji Furu Amalagi, Haitardi, Hona Lonchat, Taxi Kasi, Masiki etiquette, Ilung Manung, Kairo Lekai, the Giloina Koi Masimentin, the Wamchang. Manana ko political field so even if they are opposition the later so ngang matamda wangang sangang lu ba hamula lonche khang ba wangang si ai ki Facebook tay yaw le they should be very proud of what they are doing according to their imitated culture from outside the watch of culture of Amit Shah and others. They may be very proud of those akam pe ngang lu usitho de ngang ba that is the culture they are injecting in my society to destroy the basic foundation of us as a culture. If we want to come together, let's be clear. What is the core issue we have it? The core issue is divisive politics. Something else we say. The government of India na tonsal la kanda lay na kanda ay kuja tawra pa lilani. Masi fight tawra jahari ka na. Gigi tawraga sidai sami na nganga kanda ka non thara chatu to lepiro masi ay na sakta na po lepti na manda ay follow to kuya isinaw yawi na kadi ay Facebook na mamay fanda ba na amukta di lep sida non da bida kok non da bida yamba ay na no may iba thaka kimun yaw ni tenab yaw yaw kudang thaka pino yingi ado pungin da para sa kan ni iba ba amukta di lep sida kok non da bida yamba ay na iba ba. This is much before I joined the election. Now what should we do? Let's clear about these issues. Illegal immigration ga inga sa hai ethnicity ka kariga gi lay aduna demand to wama changi NRC ga politics I asked a question which is why I'm pointing it out. Ma'am tell what we heard ago. See this is important. Permission with the helamane khangya du so I listen there again. Canada with the politics of we know. Prime Minister Masama Pawe NRC da mung nang mung am sedri ba mini. Florida ko kay ngang na dito matang na high sa video live ni. NRC Supreme Court na harap ko Assam da to koy wan ko tawai kay na Prime Minister Masama nang ngang ba NRC do. No Congress ang mga kasi di mo nang tangon chung tawle ba. This parliament session there is a rule called short notice question. Short notice question je MP amna thaba yai ba hangba yai ba minister da rule la kari ge da hai ba question je speaker amasung concerned minister ai dai na hangi de home minister tare ko home minister ge speaker na yarak ta di question je hanglo ye na rule la yaw ba this question will be allowed short notice question ge rule la yaw say this question will be allowed if the speaker and the concerned minister agrees only then it will be placed. You know what was the question I asked? Is the government of India ready, willing, and all planning to implement NRC in the state of Manipur? Manipur the NRC tauge hai bagi wakhanon lebi bra na traga tauna na ba plan tau bra ina question ma ina hangne ba ko home minister da. That question was disallowed. So na kanana NRC le bra adu tau adu mo tai no jais ni. I'm boldly saying it. I said this before election. There is a need to distinguish who is a citizen and who is not a citizen. Call whatever is, there must be a judicious institutional mechanism, must be evolved. For that, we need to work together. Whether you are this party or that party doesn't matter. Don't play around a name called NRC. Call it by any other name, but we need to have this measurement. Masigi measure si malokhatragadi ay ko the problem ama legadoriba. That also is part of the demand that I put in front of the Home Minister. Tabak tawda ngasi ba numusige pulagadi. I wish we don't need to organize such meetings anymore in our life from today. Let's hope for it. And we work together, press, correct our hauna launchat, ongang sangang, kihan na kota na tawda na phone man usun omega kapna yam tawi. That's not going to solve. Maitai masadi am sati bani, singer ay kuding isum maning handa bani ay bido kabi gano. Angom chabi mol maitai se, maitai masani. Kasam thong the popani now from the tarakuni mapanda lerega su lepa ki thabak ta yaw na laba nu pamani habise mam kawi no ngasi so aigi maninda Manipur gi miyam na masisa so masisa la lakhani na miyang gi voice pura la pa ina kai gumba taw gi than bak sida sor yam na fungala ga de ngarang interview barkha data hai bai na su. There's no reason for me to hang on as an MP. I don't need. I'm very clear about why I am here. So let's be together. I'm saying the politics press ki investigate wati ngangi we finished that work. It is now there. No, wati ngangi I have spoken in Parliament. I am still meeting a lot of people so how to deal with our internally displaced people. Corporate house kimi unari spiritual leader unari foreign embassy kimi unari politician unana bohonari. This is little that I can do within last 2 months as an MP. I'm still going to do it. When you will not be able to stop me from doing the things that I wanted to do, for which I fought the elections, for which the people of my state supported me. Masay koi kaugumsi ay site ki haijar mane du mayam so ay nasa haijar ki bapon mayam se kok te chalaga isa sunthok biu oi da pa da ngang bi ganu bebar kai bi ganu isa isu da mun groom taw biu adu kana anoba Manipur ma koi soina lakani chahi tare khunthak gi chahi chani suba kubon palon dani eastern side ki tholo ko problem ne koi gi I have already told a united Manipur where every community and citizens can live with peace and harmony and sense of dignity and well-being. It is good for everybody. Do not have that narrowed identity politics. You think that you will destroy Manipur, it will be next to impossible for you, number one. And two, that kind of politics will only end up harming you more than anybody else. Masi ay ma'am to thamjaramge aduga ay na hek law zabdu kuin law da ba parliament din law ya dam ni ko ma'am penum to khumiro aduga ay lo sanjarge soida yam thegre organization je permission ay police na phara jain pakhale an MP ne da soida thador ka do su kya thajade ai soise aduna lo lage ma'am pen abom to khumiro do wakhan manase pukning handabiga no we will come over this challenge. I koi kainone chahi lising hina ba izati ne aduna mingon da su kai bi ganu mi akho je su kai bi rakano aduga kaida agadi tagum thopa koi to pang thokani haina lege da furum ni masi haira akoi pe na ba mutal law si ko ya ko me imali partner
Imali partner